Oh shit, sorry. I don't know what the hell that was with my camera, but enjoy it. All right. Make sure this is working. All right. Ooh, my spine, dude. That's crazy because it also actually just hurts in real life. There. So we got some work to do. I'm actually thinking about it. I don't know if I even need the original reference up anymore, but we'll figure it out. Okay. We should. There we go. We should. What? Did I not save? Bruh. What? Okay, hold on. I guess when we saved it, it only saved as a PNG. That's weird. Um, all right, that's fine. I could just take the PNG. Um, we could just take the PNG and I think paste it as a layer and call it a day. But then the line art will be combined. So what I'm gonna do is just start the fuck over. I was thinking I would change the hands, but since we have to do this over, I actually thought about it. I was going to change the hands just because I thought it was funny, but they don't actually really look that bad. Sorry. Ah. So I think I'm just going to leave them. And it's very interesting. I could have swore I accidentally saved this as a CRAW file before anything, you know? Like, I thought I accidentally didn't do a PNG, if anything. Anyway, I do think this will look okay. Plus, this will give me more of an opportunity to make the nails her nail color. Um, because I don't know if it makes a whole lot of sense to make the toenails that color. I don't know. Do people do their toenails too? I think so, right? But this just adds a little more character. And like I want it to be like pseudo serious, so these are kind of goofy, but that's more because they're just bad. But we'll see. I think it'll be okay. Anyway, I guess we're redrawing the outline again. Um, Good news, I don't have a headache like yesterday's morning stream. I feel like in real time I was noticing how much like once my headache started going away, like the last 20 minutes of stream, how much more I was like just able to focus. Anyway, here we go. We played 7 days last night because I guess we're waiting for the next update on the last Plague Light before we go into any cities, which is fine with me. Um, I don't know. I thought there was gonna be more new stuff to 7 days. I think I figured out. So basically, hold on. Let me start with this. I kind of just went in trying to see what was new about it because there was supposed to be like a ton of updates and things that were different, and it just kind of felt the same. So I just kind of got a little like impatient and just kind of fucked around. So next time I play, I'll probably just lock in and play super stealthy. But it really just felt like the same game, except the creatures and everything caused more harm and did more damage. So like pretty much everything infected me, and they did a lot more damage. And then that I realized usually I think we play on like normal or the step above. I'm wondering if maybe we're on a harder difficulty because I do think last time we played, I didn't think to talk about this. I think the last time we played, I don't know if he played again after, was like right after they introduced like the class-based clothing. We actually did a one life on a very high difficulty, and I'm wondering if it's a higher difficulty than I thought it was gonna be, and I just wasn't like in it as a result. You know what I mean? Like I was expecting like slightly harder than normal, but the higher XP made me realize I think that means we were fighting stuff that was meant to be harder. Do, 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 do. So, I don't think we're playing it tonight. We're gonna be playing. Fuck, what is the name of that? I cannot remember the name of it. Well, one of them was like Sunset something. Sunset. Fuck, I don't know. I don't know if we're playing both or just one. One of them is we're gonna be climbing a mountain as octogenarians. We'll see how that goes. Probably gonna be funny. And the other one is one of us is gonna be blind, one of us is gonna be deaf, one of us is gonna be mute, I think. I don't know. I think I'd rather be mute or deaf. Can they see me? It's been a long time, but I actually used to know sign language. I don't know that they would know that. But I'm trying to think. I feel like I'd rather be deaf or mute. I don't know. Not seeing what's going on, I feel like from a stream perspective might be kind of not great. I'm hoping it maybe shows you some sort of screen that's not just like a black screen. It'll be interesting. I guess what we'll do, obviously we'll like figure it out as a group. But what we'll probably have to do is um you know, deaf person will be able to see and speak, but won't be able to hear anyone else. So maybe it'll be like deaf person relays all sight things. You know what I mean? For blind person. And then blind person relays all hearing things to mute person. Or maybe may no. Wait, how do you communicate with the deaf person in this? There must be like on-screen emojis or something. So maybe mute person, it might be best for mute person to, I don't know. How would mute person communicate? I almost feel like deaf person and mute person should communicate because they'll be able to develop something without like it really mattering that much because they'll be able to see if there's like an on-screen like emoji or something. I think what it'll be is deaf person will just have to give the commands in that, like, let's say there's an on-screen thumbs up. Thumbs up means good to go. You know what I mean? I know that's a super basic one, but I think they'll just have to set the precedent for mute person, and then mute person will just have to follow that. And I'm so mad that I have to redraw this, by the way. I really wanted to make the hand small, but I'm fucking lazy. Um, I could just shrink the hands. But mute person could then, just relay info through emojis to deaf person. Like they'll know like the sequence of events on what they can hear, and they'll be able to hear whatchamacallit, and deaf person will just have to fucking yap, I guess. Why am I drawing like this? What am I doing? I should have just made the lines as clean as possible so I could fucking tool it. Fill tool. Why do I never do that? Both of those games are demos, so I'm thinking we probably won't play too much of it. I did get everyone Mecha Chameleon, by the way. I really want us to play it. I don't know if it'll be fun enough with only 4 people. I think it'll still be kind of fun, but I feel like it will really shine if we just have, like, everyone we know. I know there's a couple different modes, but I basically Mecha or Mecha, I don't fucking know. Chameleon is this game where you're basically playing like hide and seek, but like prop hunt style. But instead of being able to turn into props, you can like roll yourself into a ball or pose up and you paint yourself as what's around you if you want to hide, I guess. And that's how you hide. So like let's say you're next to on a map there's a bunch of chunks of meat and you want to hide next to them, you can paint yourself like a marbled chunk of meat. And I think that's just kind of fun. And every video I've seen of it looks relatively fun. It just looks like a blast. Um, I don't know. I think it's only going to be the 3 of us tonight because we are doing, I think, the 3 blind monkey thing or whatever. And I think that is only 3 people. So I don't know that Mecha Chameleon's happening tonight. I know you could play with, you could play one-on-one realistically, but I don't think that's going to happen for that. Um, I don't know what else we'll do. I guess we might just be done after that. I don't know. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Water. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. I don't know what's going on. It's the worst in the mornings. Like at morning and night is when it gets the worst. And then like the rest of the day, I'm usually relatively fine unless I'm actually like sick or something's going on. Eh, it doesn't really matter. Oh, by the way, speaking of games, there's a pretty big Square Enix sale on Steam. A lot of older and like remastered Final Fantasy games. I am picking some of them up. I don't know if we'll put them on stream because there's usually some copyrighted music in these things. But, I kind of want to play Final Fantasy X remastered. It's been a long, long time since I played it. I don't know, maybe I'll play it off stream, no commentary or something. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll make that our no commentary runs. Maybe I'll play through all of them. I'm not sure how some of them will go. I don't know if I got the right versions. I do recall the reason I never did 7 all these years, even though I wanted to, was because apparently the original PC version, which isn't the original version, I think the original version did come out for PlayStation, but the PC version that came out required a Squaresoft account because that's the name of the company that created it, Squaresoft, and they became Square Enix. I think they became Square Enix around 10. And if I recall, you couldn't actually make a Squaresoft account anymore, which meant that people, I think myself included, bought the game and could never play it because you couldn't create an account to be able to play it anymore. And they just never fixed it. Hold on a sec. Did I just? Oh, I did. Oh, I caught the playback. What the fuck? How did I do that? How did I like go backwards on the scroll? I was like, didn't I just scroll past this? How did I just scroll past it twice? Squeenix. Also, oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Well, you know what? On that note, what I just hit against the thing is my watch. I feel like I almost exclusively wear the one Zodiac watch. This watch is actually older. This isn't even the original band or anything. Like that is all original. I think I mentioned this on a gaming stream, but not here. The 4 o'clock hour marker came off on that watch. I'm hopeful that there's no major damage to the rest of the dial. I have sent it in to be worked on. It'll probably be a couple of weeks, maybe a month or two. I don't really know. They allege 4 to 6 week turnaround once they receive it. I don't know. It's the second time I've had to have that watch serviced. It sucks because everything else about it is fantastic. And like it's weird. Last time was 2024. And it just like stopped running one day. And I don't know why. I didn't do anything to it that would have done that. All I could think is like I hit it at one point and that like just messed it up, or I got too close to something like really magnetic and that like magnetized it to such a degree it wouldn't operate anymore. Usually if you magnetize a watch, it does actually mess with it. But it'll usually become faster because it will tighten the spring inside that I don't know how to describe it, but it's the thing that's involved with the winding mechanism, and then it slowly unwinds. And I think magnetizing it makes it so that it like unwinds a little less, and you'd think that sounds like it would make it run slower. Sorry. But I think what happens is it travels. Sorry, I sneezed if you're wondering. I think that makes it so it like travels a shorter distance because it's stuck to itself rather than making it so that it runs slower. Or maybe that does make sense. Hold on. Yeah, so if it has to travel a shorter distance, then it can do that distance faster, right? That does make sense. Because that's less travel time. I don't know what's wrong with my brain right now, but usually when I do this, I feel like I'm trying to be really, really precise. And I'm not trying that, but it really feels like I'm digitally painting right now. I don't know I don't know what that means. But like usually it feels like I'm making lines to draw and like with an end goal in mind. I don't know. This feels like I'm just digitally painting. I don't know how to describe it other than that. It just feels different than how I normally do things. Whoa, mama. How are we looking? Okay. Okay, we're almost back to where we were, so it only took us an extra 20 fucking minutes. Okay. Alrighty then. Alright. See how this goes. Fuck. Where did that fail? Right here, maybe? Hold on. Alright, let's take this then. Okay, so we got that. Hit it up, hit it up. Alright. Alright. That almost looks like something. I'm gonna guess it failed here. I'm just gonna draw it as this because it doesn't really matter right now. There we go. Okay. So we're gonna try, sorry, we're gonna try, fuck. We're gonna try this real quick. I just wanna see, how's that gonna look? You know, this both works and like, I'm honestly kind of questioning what I'm doing. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna probably do the nails last, because if I do them the same color as, or that color that's close enough rather, to the rest of the body, I think what we're gonna end up with is, how do I put it? We're gonna end up with potentially like losing it. I guess that's how I'll put it. Like it's gonna get lost in the body work. Okay. I'm about to sneeze and I don't like it. This is actually like my first time doing a whole one of these with this strategy. We'll see how it fares. Usually I do maybe like a small inner part or something with this strategy, because I'm just going to color over some of that anyway. But we're being a little reckless. I think it's because I was trying to catch up this whole time, and now I'm feeling like I'm not where I want to be as a result. We should probably not be doing this, because I'm going to have to go over around these edges, I think, with some darker colors anyway. I probably should have just left it and done that. It is a little freeing, though, to just kind of not care as much about the line edge and, like, kind of just send it and get what I get out of it. It's kind of fun. I'm kind of torn. Hold on. Well, let's finish this. But I was going to say I'm kind of torn about the nails. I do want to make them her nail color, but I do think it's going to be really, really close to this. As I said, I'm going to try and wait, because once I get some definition in this, it should be a little easier to tell the difference. I know I should know, but I'm just trying to be safe about it because I'm ass. But I'm also thinking it would be kind of cool to make them like her horn color or something. A lot of people wear, I think, like a blackish blue. Um, Nail polish. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe do her hands as her nail color, and then maybe her toenails, if you will, as the black color. What do we think? Or is that nuts? I'd like to break this like hard line in it, so that's fine. Okay. Sitting there stretching, and I'm like, okay, time to unmute. And I'm like, you know what? What about water? Here we go. Let's look at her. So red nails here. Obviously, I'm not trying to look at her feet like that. But, I mean, I feel like I don't paint my nails. I've actually thought about doing it before because I have psoriasis and my nails kind of pit. But then I'm like, well, it's kind of a good health monitor, so I don't really do it. Also, speaking of my nail, here's the condition of it. Has it been like almost a week, 2 weeks or something? Not great moment. I think it might be about to come off. Anyway, um, I feel like if I were to do it, if I were in her shoes, I mean, if I'm doing the fingernails, why wouldn't I just do my toenails too, right? Am I tripping? Feel like that's the way I'd do it anyway. Okay. Okay. We're gonna take that. And we're going to L save. What? Oh. We're going to do what I'm going to call shade layer. Whether or not this is really shading, I don't fucking care. If and I may, please. You know, it occurs to me I should probably have lowered my opacity. Hold on, let's see how that looks without this. Okay, well, it kind of honestly looks a little bit like a pussy. Um, Interesting. I think we want to do this the opposite of how we'd been doing other stuff, though. Let's go ahead and grab maybe like a lighter color, but it's not original. That actually might be kind of nice. A little bit of orange in there. Okay, and let's blend it. How do we look? Fuck, wrong one. Yeah, that's kind of coming together, right? Am I crazy? You know, maybe I should do the nails and the eyes. That way, I honestly, I might be able to get rid of, like, do this and do that, and then maybe hit up the teeth or even just leave it. We can always come back for the teeth, but like everything else that maybe needs a little better placement, we can do later. Let's actually, but then I'd have to decide like now on the nails. Let's do the horns real quick. Doing the horns. Go back to base. Something I've noticed about myself and my art, I don't really do anything particularly well, but I feel like I don't really have that much of a style. I know I mentioned this the other day, I'm kind of like more towards, even though I want to kind of actually go for like cell shading, I almost feel like I'm more like of a painter. I don't know, it just feels easier to do. Um, like it just feels like the natural way I want to do things, even though it sucks. Yeah, anyway, though, I don't really feel like I'm particularly good at anything, but I feel like I don't have a style and can draw just about anything. Is it gonna be like the best drawing ever? No, but like I feel like I can just do whatever. Like if I see it, I can somewhat replicate it to like what I'll call an acceptable degree. Like I can get the point across relatively well. All right, let's start actually with this. I don't know, am I crazy? I would know I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. A rubber room. Rubber room with rats. Rats make me crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. Locked me in a room. A rubber room. Rubber room with rats. Rats make me crazy. Crazy? Oh, I just realized my fucking tracking died. I was wondering, I was like, am I really that slouched up? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Let's get you to relax. We're going to have to probably. Buddy? Hello? Hello? Okay, I'm gonna have to recalibrate our stuff. Oh, there we go. There we go. 1 second. I am not oh, fuck. I'm not T-posed up. Sorry. I should just fucking T-pose up in real life. Okay, it's not launching, which is not a great sign. I can just hide the model if it's going to be a problem. On that note, do you guys want me to hide the model? It's like a very generic Vroid model I made years ago at this point. Because I've been told that people like seeing where I'm looking and getting a little bit of expression, seeing what I'm doing. It's very basic. Part of learning to draw was I was hoping I might be able to maybe design something for myself. Whether or not I actually do or can, you know. But it was a bit of a hope that I might be able to at some point. Okay. Do 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 do. I don't know why I always kind of default to that. Good old, was that Lavender Town music? It's like stuck in my head. It's burned in there. Is this just black? Feels really close to black for some reason. Okay. Not bad at all. Okay. Can you imagine if I had the skill and patience to like change colors appropriately and properly and like refine pen stuff? We actually might be kind of decent if we did that. That'd be kind of cool. Honk honk. All right, what do we think? That for the toes? I don't know. Let's compare the nails to the base. We'll see how we look with this. This might just be too close is my thing. It is so close. I think we might be able to get away with this, though. It's like just slightly pink enough that we might be able to get away with it. Hard to tell without the rest being finished because I have to put like a bunch of other colors into it. I'm thinking it might be just enough of a difference. Come on, man. How bad is that? I think we can overcome this. I think we can figure that out. That goofy ass little hand. Alright, for the toesies. Can we use our shoe color? I think I might just go horn color. Because it's close to the shoe color. But if it's the horn color, it kind of feels maybe a little more natural. At the same time, obviously, they should be white. But I think we can maybe work with this a little better from like a, well, she's already got that color in her type of view. And it, you know, people do their nails black, I think. So like it can kind of give off that vibe of she just has painted nails or whatever to match her horns. I think that would be kind of cool. Call me crazy if you want, because I was crazy once. I don't know if you guys have heard, but they locked me in a room. A rubber room. Rubber room with rats. Rats make me crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. A rubber room. A rubber room with rats. And rats make me crazy. Ba 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 bum. Wa ba 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 bum. Wa ba 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 bum. I saw an artist's work. It was actually on Blue Sky. Um, and they kind of were doing what I think they're the person who actually originally drew Jax, who we did a couple months ago at this point. Um, anyway, I saw their work and it was kind of like almost how I feel like I want to draw, with like, I don't know, like most of it wasn't that way, but like the lines are what I wanted, like the thicker lines to it, the almost cell shaded feeling. Like that's what I wanted from it. And I don't know, I was like torn between, obviously I just liked the tweet or whatever the fuck you call it, the blue sky tweet. So obviously I just liked it, but I didn't feel like I don't know, I wanted to just like reply to it with like, how do you decide where the lines go? Because it wasn't completely like every single like curve and edge and thing didn't have like a black line or even a thick black line around it. I just wanted to like know, like, because like for me, I was thinking about doing it when we were doing the Stola thing and we did her outline. And I was thinking, okay, I'll follow the rule of, if it's facing off of her, it will be a dark line. And if it goes in but not 100%, we'll taper it out, but we'll keep some line. And I was thinking, if I follow these rules, we should be able to get like a style about it. But then, like, I don't know, does that even mesh well with what I was doing? Like, how do I know? Are there more rules I should follow to like make it more cohesive and consistent? Because like just doing a thick outline doesn't really have the same feel, and just doing like random things doesn't feel like it's going to be enough to like give a cell shaded effect. So it's like, where do I go? I don't know. But it felt like it was going to be rude to ask them because there was no other comments on it, and I didn't want it to be like, wow, this is so good. How did you do it? Like, I don't know this person, so I didn't really want to come off super fucky. Like, I know I follow them on Bleat or whatever, Blue Sky, and I think I also follow them on Twitter. I think their name is Roxoa. But like at the end of the day, it just felt like it was gonna be weird if I don't know. Like, I know I would personally be happy to try to explain my process as long as someone understands that I'm a fucking idiot and just make shit up, and you know what I mean? I'm probably not doing it what would be considered the correct way. Like, if you get that, yeah, I'll tell you how I did it. No problem. You know, I'm not like one of those shitty fucking magicians or whatever who is like, magician's secret. You'll never know. Fuck off. Um, you're gonna know. You're gonna learn today, okay? You're gonna learn. No, we want this on shade, right? All right, before I get rid of the whatchamacallit, I feel like I owe it to myself to do this, or I am going to completely and entirely fucking lose this fucking toe here. And let's do something similar over here because I really feel like we're about to fucking lose it. Okay? We're on shade, right? Yeah, we're on shade. Do, 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 do. Okay? I feel like these don't really fit in. I'm gonna try and blend them just a little bit. Yeah, that's a little better. I think we need more work on it, but hey, we're doing what we can do, you know? I'm just trying to make it feel less like there's just an abrupt line, and I think it looks better that way. I don't know. I don't think it looks, I think it looks a little blurry like this, but I don't know how to not make the edge of a line look blurry. You know what I mean? But I feel like this looks like it's just two completely different things that I like tried to Photoshop together, and I don't think that looks good either. And so if I try to like merge them a little bit, I feel like it feels a little better overall. And we'll get like real shading going pretty soon here, so. Okay. Let's get it back. Huh. Must be pretty windy out. Feel like the whole roof just creaked. Okay. Think this is that orange. Wrong one. Okay. Okay. Why does this look like white? Did I not put the tan over this? I might not have put tan over that. Hold on. Go to base. Oh, I didn't. I was wondering about that. I was like, what did I do here? Why does this look so much worse? Okay. Oh, wrong one. Oh, well, we'll leave that because it's probably going to stay anyway. If I do this, should be able to just like tuck that in, if you will. Okay. Just get that a little bit blended, if we will. All right. Just trying to get like a decent little spread here so that it's like relatively well mixed color and shading and not just like feels like a couple of lines, but instead feels like maybe like creases and folds or whatever. Okay. Whatever we can get it to feel like, really. Okay. Maybe a little bigger than that. Do the same strategery. Particularly down here. And then we'll hit it with like something like this so we can kind of fill it without it being super solid feeling. Feel like it kind of worked out, right? So like we're getting the feeling of it being filled in without really having to fill it in. I'm going to increase the size just a smidge here. Okay, that's almost not enough. It's almost too much now though, isn't it? This is like making it feel really blurry. I feel like. Yeah, that's too much. Go back down. I'm gonna leave that there just for like the coloration. But we're gonna try again. It's just that this is gonna take such a long time like this that I was hoping we could like get around it. I know a lot of people actually just kind of do what I did with like a crosshatch pattern and they don't even like bother to blend or anything. I personally am not a huge fan of that look. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but for me, it just doesn't do it. For me, it feels very, very unfinished. Even if it looks cleaner and even maybe like looks better, it just feels unfinished visually. And so I just don't want to look at it. I mean, this is kind of giving off that vibe right now, and I'm not liking it. So I can't believe I'm going to have to do this, but sorry. There's a lot. Rest in peace, my fucking storage, dude. How am I going to do this then? I guess increase the brush size of this, I think, is the only real way to do this. It's going to have to be like massive. Okay. Then, just like maybe the slightest bit of white here. There. And now we can maybe blend this. This probably will have to be a pretty big blend, actually. Shoot. The white's a little too dominating, isn't it? Okay. I feel like color-wise, this is okay, but in terms of like the depth of it, it doesn't feel like it has it. It almost feels 3D. I don't know how else to put it. Maybe that, like that a little bit. And like that a smidgen. And we'll grab maybe a darker bit here. Maybe that there. And like, let's grab some lighter stuff. We maybe take that. And what if we try to blend this? And we'll do it one more again, I guess. This is a lot of layering. And just the slightest bit of that. It looks so funny because that's like the only thing with detail. Like that. Alright. No, not quite that. Let's do it like this. Okay. Let's just do a quick little test here. So these look like diamonds to me. I don't think we have a side shot of her, right? I know it's not quite this, but this is what I'm going to make it because I think it will be easier if it's relatively consistent. Plus, it's going to look cool, right? I feel like if I were to, I don't know, mentally I want to finish like layer by layer, but I feel like if I do that, I'm gonna like be all thinking like, oh shit, I forgot this and that. But I'm looking at this now, and I feel like it makes sense to just work on this now because this will also give me an idea of like how detailed I want the rest of it to be. Okay. It's also just kind of fun. It's a little different. I'm not just like spamming red right now again. So if I go back, I don't know, I almost feel like these look like little gems or something. I don't know. I think maybe they're supposed to be scales. I could see that too. They're a little weirdly rounded. So I was thinking like cut gems, but yeah, you never really know, I guess. See, especially with someone else's design. Wait, where did I get this color from? Alright, whatever. How does it look again? Okay, I think I got it. Do 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 do. Let's put. Huh? Okay. So that part. I don't know why, but like for a second there, I felt like everything felt really, really orange. Am I crazy? I know we're surrounded by like a reddish orange. So I'm hoping that was just like some sort of illusion and not like either the monitor or my eyes getting really fucky. No. Actually doesn't look that bad, but like it's just not what I want. You know what I mean? Like weirdly almost look good. Also, this color stuff is kind of reminding me of Spyro, and I fuck with Spyro a lot. He's my boy. There's a new Spyro game coming out that I am 100% going to figure out a way to play, by the way. I'm going to be so fucking infuriated if I cannot play that game. What do we think? It's not quite what she has, but I feel like it's kind of fun and it's like it gives a vibe, right? I don't know. Not very centered. The thing is, I guess we can do some different shapes. We don't have to keep this pattern, but the thing is, she's got it on both legs, and it's kind of like I think a major part of her design, right? The thing is, you can only see one leg, So I don't. Does she have it? What am I doing? Oh, does she have it on her arms? If she does, I can't really tell. I might give her sleeves though, because I see she's got sleeves here, and I think that'll be kind of funny. Wait, we're gonna try and give her a tie too. We'll see how that works out. Probably not that well. Let's save before there's an unmitigated fucking disaster and I cry a little bit. A lot. It's gonna be a lot. Like a lot, a lot. Like we may never draw again. Okay. So let's get in here again. We're on the wrong thing. But that's okay because we wing literally everything we do. Who gives a fuck, right? That's what I'm saying. Me, I care. I care deeply, and I'm very shallow. I depend entirely on the kindness and the compliments of others. If they're not constantly praising me, I just fall apart. Um, I need attention. I'm kind of like a puppy, you know. I will die. I will starve without the attention. I need it. God, I really hope she's actually a Carno, because if she's not, I'm so fucking chopped, bro. Like, I should really have just double checked. Actually, I should have triple checked. I did double check. Okay, so this should, in my opinion, be a little lighter. Okay, this should be a lot darker over here. All right, buddy. Okay. Brother. This guy stinks. It's me. I'm this guy. Kind of looks like a carrot, doesn't it? This is why I shouldn't be allowed to draw. Fucking mess up literally anything. Okay. What do we think so far? Oh, we made the leg a little smaller, but you know what? I think it actually works just fine. All right, let me just get the eye shape in there. We'll decide what to do with her balls later. Okay. What color are her eyes? Ooh, green. This is a great color, green. It's like a mint. I'm a big fan of mint. I feel like I say that a lot. Big mint enjoyer. Should I give her anime girl eyes on the Carno? You know what I mean? I think that would be kind of fun. I'm feeling a bigger pupil. Oh, that's a little weird. Like I said, I'm kind of feeling anime girl. What do we think? Was feeling a little too Carno-y before. Get a shade real quick and just like hit right here. Just so we have like a general nose placement idea. We can always turn LARP back on, but let's just see how it's looking so far. Yeah, let's go back to base and maybe like, hold on. Just kind of blend the edge just a smidge. Just a smidge. And for this, I'm actually just going to go ahead and try and get rid of that. Okay. So I'm trying to be careful because apparently last time I messed up the save. If we lose this color, we're moving on to a new project. That's all I'm going to say. All right. So we know the placements generally, so we can be a little better about what we're up to. I feel like this leg here needs a little bit. Do I use? Let's use the lart as like a little guide here. We on shade? Fuck, we're on base. No. Honestly, it doesn't really matter with the way I'm doing stuff, but it does. I don't know. Mentally, I like to compartmentalize it, so I feel like it does help, but it doesn't actually matter. If I can get this foot done in like the next 15-ish minutes, because that's probably when I'm going to be getting off, I will be quite happy. or at least relatively done. It doesn't have to be like 100%ed, but you know what I mean. It's got to have, it's got to not look super flat with no lart. You know what I mean? We gotta work this out. All right, so let's get that going. Maybe did we lose the orange we were working with? I guess the color wheel's too big now. That's okay. We can find it. Let's see. Where was that? Right around here maybe? Okay. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. It just kind of feels right, and so that's how we draw. Is that how you're supposed to do it? I don't fucking know, but that's how I do it. And I don't fucking care. If I get rid of the lart, holy smokes. We're on to something. Wait, why am I turning into that? Get some toe going. Some orange on the toe. You know what I mean? Sorry, you toe what I mean? Oh, fuck, I'm losing it. I'm falling apart. Alright, alright, alright. How we looking? How's it feeling? Carno Taurus. Okay, here's the thing. I know it's Carnotaur. Do I tweet that she's my favorite Carnosaurus just to fuck with her? I don't know what kind of honestly, we just follow each other on Twitter. I don't actually know this person. So I don't know if they're gonna have fun with it like like I probably would. You know what I mean? Or if they're gonna like feel bad and not try and correct me, because I would want them to correct me. For me, what I would want out of that interaction is for them to correct me and for me to to take the art back as a joke. You know what I mean? Like to say like, "Oh shit, I should have fucking drawn a T-Rex instead." But I don't know how they'd take that. So, should have drawn Hot Dog Dog instead. But for me, I would find that fucking hilarious. I would absolutely love that. That's like ideal interaction for me. Absolutely peak. You know what I mean? All right, let's take this and let's actually do a test run down here. Let's see how this works. Okay. Alright, let's get this all mixed up, shall we? Okay. You know the drill. No, 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 no. Fuck you. Don't even think about it, buddy. We're scared, so we're doing this. Okay, how are we feeling? Feel like this leg could maybe use a little more detail down here. I also think around here this leg could too. But it's not so bad right now. I do feel a little like she's floating. I don't know what to do about like a background for this. What does she have here? Just lavender? Just make her float too, I guess. I'm not opposed to that. For now, that's what we'll do. We'll just give her an extra lavender um BG. We'll call it BGC for now. Give her a background color. Kind of cool. I like this color. I don't know why I'm saving. It's just the background color, dude. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I'm so gonna give this thing this though. First off, what the fuck? Is this a real shirt type? Is this attached to this, or do you like put them on like fucking floaties in a pool? Like what the fuck are the goddamn arm marshmallows? Goddamn cream puff sleeves. Like what do you do? What are those? Am I out of touch? Probably. Yeah, actually. You know what? Yeah. Yeah. I am. As a matter of fact. Matter of fact. My mistake. Oh shit. Okay. There we go. Do 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 do. Might finish like I don't want to say this is cleaning it up. I feel like it's almost the opposite, like blending, I guess is it. I might finish this blend and I know it's a little we got a little bit of time left, but I might just get off because I don't know what else to do. We will of course be on tomorrow. Hopefully we can finish it tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be able to. Okay. How will you feel? Maybe just do a little work on this arm actually. I don't know. Actually really I wasn't sold on it because I felt like it wasn't cartoony enough, but I feel like I'm getting there. I feel like I'm starting to like it. At some point I'm gonna have to learn how to do my own colors. But right now we're just like stealing, you know? But it's so much easier to steal. I fucking love stealing. Can I please? Thank you. Okay, so we'll get that going. Oh, no, 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 no. Well, actually, we can just kind of fix that with this, right? Yeah, there we go. And then we'll grab this little orangey, smorangey, whatever the fuck color. Okay, and let's try and blend this shit so that it's not too, you know, abrasive or anything. All right, let's grab that back. Try and hit it with a little more of that. Honestly, this is gonna sound weird, but I think we might just need to go something like this for these. Just so that there's like no confusion, really, about the edges. While still trying to blend them. I hate how they just get like obliterated sometimes. We'll try and see if we can't afford this the same rights, if you will. This is okay. Yeah, we're good. We're good. I will try and add some like gradient to the nails as well, but I don't think we're gonna do that today. Just so we can maybe get them feeling a little less. All right. Well, you know what? Hold on. What if I just do like this? I've been watching a handful of Arma Reforger videos. It makes me want to play it. I just know that I suck at it and I'm gonna fucking rage, so I don't. But I really just want to play it so bad sometimes. It's a little frustrating. Because I just know like the experience I see is, you know, they'll say it's like 20 hours of footage, right? And it's a hour-long video, which is still pretty long. But like that means that there was fucking probably 19 hours of nothing interesting happening. Think about that. Like that means I could stream it for almost a week, basically, right? Because if I played it every night for roughly 3-4 hours, we'll reach our 20 hours during like a business week, if you will. So we could stream it for almost a week and get no real footage. All right, did I say? I think I just saved this, but I'm losing it. All right, we're good. Here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna get off. We're gonna take a peek at it first. I'm feeling pretty decent about it. Maybe do some more details. I'm not 100% sold on maybe the mouth shape. I think maybe it's a little too wide, but it's not too bad. Uh, but you know, more details. We'll add the spikes in on like a detail layer. We'll do the eyes and the nose, and honestly, we're not that far off. I do feel like the legs and like the arms feel a little flat, particularly the feet where they don't come into contact with anything because there's nothing there. But even if there was, I don't know that how I would make that look decent. Anyway, I'm gonna get off for today. We will obviously be playing games with Toasty and Mood tonight. I believe they're probably somebody's probably gonna rage quit. Let's face it. Um, we should be back on this tomorrow. I don't know. I feel like I should be able to manage it tomorrow. I should be able to manage finishing this. If not, fortunately, it's going to be probably next week. We'll see, though. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Have a fantastic day, night, afternoon, whatever it is for you. I appreciate you. And hopefully, I can catch you in the next one. Bye.